Hello and welcome to the first episode of Fallout 76. So it's just me today, but eventually Cheyenne will join in. Press any button to continue. So I've got a few characters on here, I think 2 or 3. But I'm going to be starting, obviously, a new character. First off, the settings. Let me make sure the music is off. Menu music is fine. World radio is off. Music off. Oh wait. There. Yeah. That is the wrong one. That's the right one. Toby, get out of that. My cat is being a menace. So Pip-Boy radio is off. World radio is off. Voice will turn all the way up. Stop that! Just messing with a bag of formula. You don't need that! Psst. Toby. Go. I apologize. We're gonna turn everything else down a little bit. Just simply because we want the voice to be able to be heard. Alright. Chat none. Good. Okay. Atomic Shop is not loading. That's fine. Character. New. Okay. Alright. And so my basis for this first for this full playthrough of the first Fallout game we're playing on the series is, since it's multiplayer, we're going to be running a massive business. And I thought about it for the past, hour, because I walked to the store to go get some groceries, go get some pasta sauce and stuff so I can make Cheyenne dinner one of these days. And meat and cheese and all that good stuff you put in spaghetti. Not just pasta sauce. I'm just gonna heat up some pasta sauce. Here you go. I call it tomato soup with a little extra. But on the way back, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? With my playthrough of Fallout 76, we should do a business. Oh, I'm gonna go silent for a minute.
War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Alright, I think it's over.
Good morning, Vault
Yep.
76.
Okay. So while I create character and everything, I'm going to explain the business. So what we're going to be doing is, because you can set up a campsite anywhere in the entire game. I played this quite a bit. This is probably my second favorite, tied with New Vegas. I know everyone's going to hate me for that, but I don't give a shit. Obviously we're going to be in mail. Any presets that look good. But our business is going to be... Well, I can't refer our business. Our business is going to be building and selling guns, ammo, and scrap parts for guns. So, in 76, they added the ability to... sorry, I'm also trying to remember how to create a character. They added the ability to... Oh, jeez. Kind of looks like my nose. They added the ability to craft ammo and craft actual weapons. And so what I'm going to do is, at our camp, we're going to be selling weapons, ammo, attachments, pretty much anything we can craft. It's got a flat face. Try and bring the nose out a little bit. Shit. A little bit better, except okay. But yeah, so we're gonna be selling all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I don't remember if you can make a buy station for like the actual buy station for weapons and ammo. But if I can, I'll put that in it. Same with the legendary stuff. Just simply because you would want legendaries on pretty much any weapon you buy in this game. We're gonna go for kind of a gunslinger type of deal. Kind of looks like Mr. House. No, not that. Facial hair. There we go. Actually, I kind of like that. Color. Okay. No, not of the skin. Not of the skin. Hair color. Does that change everything? Yes, it does. Okay. So my hair is kind of this color. Actually, really, I do like the beard that I've got, so maybe we'll look for that. That's not enough. Games never give you enough facial hair. That's a little bit better. There we go, Doomsday prepped. There we go. Cheekbones. Skin complexion. Move it in a little bit. up a little bit. Move the cheeks in. Oh, no, not that way. It's a little bit better. And I think we're good with that. And then extras, scars, obviously. And actually, a lot of people don't know this. I don't think my wife has even noticed. I do have a scar on the top of my head, right across the forehead. From, you know, things. But I'm not sure if I can get that scar to be accurate. It's around there on the top right or top left, but not sure that I can. Yeah, I don't think there's an actual scar for that, unfortunately. So guess we'll just leave it at that then. And unfortunately, you can't put scars on the rest of the body, or else I'd fully mimic all of my scars. Grime. So we're a gunsmith, so we're going to be a little bit grimy. But not that grimy. Never mind. Blemishes. I do always look tired in real life, so maybe that's kind of accurate. Let's tone it down a little bit. About 59%. Yeah, that's about good. Markings. I do not have freckles or moles or any kind of skin condition. Yeah, remove that. Okay. Actually, face. I forgot. Change eye color. Got kind of a... Sometimes my eyes are green, sometimes my eyes are blue. Doesn't make much sense. But I think that's probably the most accurate I can get. My hair is actually a little bit different. We were going to go for somebody who doesn't look like me, but I guess we'll go full force. That's getting shorter. My hair is quite long right now. Kind of similar to that, but a little bit better kept. Ronin, that's the ponytail, right? Yeah, no. We're not doing that. So I guess we'll just keep it like that. Sometimes I slick my hair back, but I don't have a part in the center. It's kind of off to the side a little bit over here. But oh well. That's probably about as close as we can get to actually looking like me. And then body. Do kind of muscular. And that's probably about good. Okay. And name character. Do I want to go by my real name? Yeah. Cheyenne will probably go by her real name, so. Gavin. Okay. So, camera. We can change the border, because we don't want that. We can also change perspective a little bit. Oh, I vanished. And filter. Oh, jeez. It's LSD. Oh, that's LSD. Black and white. No. Cool. Cool is nice. Dandy. I want something kind of warm. Dandy's kind of doing it for me. No, not Day Tripper, not Electric. Enhance. That's not bad. Feral. Gamma. Is that what feral ghouls see? Interesting. Oh boy. There's some jet. Nuke. Oh yeah, actually that's pretty representative of the camera when the nuke drops in Fallout 4. Red rocket. That's nice. Oh. Raise the brightness, lower the saturation a little bit. Or raise saturation a little bit. There we go. Alright. Expression. No. Amused? No. Angry? Probably. Awed? No. Concerned? No. Confident? Yes. Confident is the right one. Oh, shit. Whoops. No. 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 None. Okay. Zoom in a little bit on them. No, no view roll. Depth of field. On. Cannot blur out the background. I can kind of. I think that's about center now. Whoops. Range. Yeah, that's about good. Strength. Okay. And perfect. Okay. Now that our character is created, let me finish talking about our business. So yeah, we're going to be selling arms and, well, not actual arms. Oh, I can't take my fedora? Shit. But we're gonna be selling, you know, weapons, ammo. Not sure about melee yet. Just kind of looking around here. You only get to look at this once per character. So I like to kind of look. Oh, I can take a shower. Nice. All right, we're nice and clean, ready to go out into the wasteland. None of this really does anything. You get a few trophies that are meaningless. Gramophone. So actually, speaking of a gramophone, for my wife's birthday, I got her a record player with the 30 top hits of Elvis. One of probably her favorite singer of all time. So, just a nice little fact. And that record player is nice. And it actually has the wood front look to it. Kind of like what you would find here in Fallout. Oh, well, we're not going back in there ever again. Oh, we could have played guitar. Man. That's another thing we're gonna have is we're gonna have a guitar in our camp, definitely. Maybe some other musical instruments, but definitely guitar. I am a heavy guitar player. Ah, the love note. Let's read a little bit of the lore. Dear Lisa, dearest Lisa, do you know that my heart skips a beat every time you enter? Your sweet voice rings, milk and 3 sugars please, in my dreams. I long to kiss you. You only know me as the one who makes muffins, delivers drinks, but I'm so much more. I have seen the Congo. I visited indigenous tribes in the South Pacific. Too boastful? I want to be with you. I want to protect you. Looks like it was a rough draft. Looks like this man was not keen with words. I have seen the Congo. So he must be real old. He must be like a old man. Because this does happen, I believe it's 25 years after the bombs dropped. So if he's seen the Congo, visited indigenous tribes, then you would have to think he's probably already, in his 30s or 40s by the time the bombs dropped. Oh, that doesn't work. And so that would make him in his, what, 60s, maybe even 70s? Close to 70s when the vault releases. So that man must be pretty old. Alright, so first step of learning to survive. Stay hydrated. Don't mind if I do. I will take some purified water and Rad-X. Hello, Worthy.
Lots of water out there, almost all of it.
I need to put on subtitles. I just realized that. Oh. Little sneak peek at the map. I think it's under audio. No. Display? General subtitles on. Dialogue subtitles on. There we go.
Imagine dying of hunger or thirst.
There we go. What? Actually, that's a lie, Worthy. You cannot die of hunger or thirst anymore. They lowered the difficulty for some reason. This game was already easy as it was.
If you get injured, and you will get injured, make use of stim packs. They are literal lifesavers.
Thank you. Thank you. I will. Ah, the backpack. Oh, building supplies.
So, about the infrastructure out there in
Turn this down. I
Appalachia,
want to make sure it
I
doesn't.
suspect there isn't any.
Okay. It's almost muted on mine, so I can't really hear them. But I have subtitles on, mainly for me, but also for you if you can't hear them. Alright, join a team. Party hat. Not that I need
One of Vault 76's last remaining residents finally awakens. Again.
one. Okay. So it's going to be hard to tell when they stop talking, so there might be some extra silence after each dialogue. I wish I knew how to put headphones in without completely erasing all of the audio for the game capture card. Overseer's Terminal. Now let's get into some lore and stuff. Well, really, I'll go back through. I plan to play through each Fallout with Cheyenne, if possible. Some of them will probably have to be co-commentary. But then after, I plan to go through each Fallout again, and read every terminal, every bit of lore, all of that. So, play holotape.
Overseer's log, or should I say...
Oh wait, no, eject holotape. And, oh, that's the button, okay. I have my buttons rearranged. Okay, where is it? Holotape. We'll play it. I'll let her talk.
Overseer's log, or should I say direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't
let it happen again. Let me tell you, it's gonna happen.
We've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Okay, I think it ended. Okay. Alright, now we can continue on. I didn't want to interrupt the dialogue from her by accidentally walking into somebody else who gives dialogue and confuse you. Here is the camp. Can you explain the camp to us?
Your camp is the key to survival and rebuilding, so use it often.
Okay. Turn the volume up a little bit on my TV. Hopefully it doesn't give the double thing that I had happen when I tried recording Fallout 4 a long time ago. There's a projector. We could sit and watch it, but we'll do that during the lore episodes.
Never stop learning. Be the best that you can be.
Okay. Let's take perk cards. Take perk cards. Okay. Black rim glasses and a pen. There we go. So really what we want to focus on in the late game, when we actually have our business set up and everything, is charisma, so we can sell things for higher prices and buy things for lower prices. But in the beginning, I think the best perk to take is probably strength, because it will increase carry weight. And also being able to fight, which is going to be very good early on. Oh, I was going to say, level 2 already? But no, I forgot. You start at level 1. Some games you start at level 1, some games you start at level 0. So. But I do like the, I like some parts of how the opening is. It's definitely better than 4. Don't get me wrong, 4 is my favorite game of all time, ever. Let's just hack this to get some XP. But I do like this introduction a lot better. Caves, likeness 1. Crane, likeness 1. So it starts with a C. Oh, dead removed. Dead removed. Okay. One of these should reset our tries. But I do like the start of this game a little bit more, for several reasons. For one, the pre-war thing, though it's nice, having played it, you know, over like 20 or 30 times, that's not even an exaggeration, that's probably an under-exaggeration, because I have every achievement in the game except for, like, 3. Benevolent Leader, Bobbleheads because it messed up twice, pissed me off. It's probably Clump. No, it's not Clump. Likeness 0. Oh, shit. Okay. So, Crane and Caves and Clump. Crane and Caves. Somehow... Oh, yeah. I forgot. They can each have a different... Okay. So maybe it ends with an S. And there's an A 3 letters in or something. See if anything lines up with that. Not Stead. I don't think. Yeah, no, not Stead. Skins? No. Yes. What? I don't even know how that happened. It had to be Skins. Caves ends with an S, and Crane ends with the second to last letter being an N. What? I don't know. But in the beginning of Fallout 4, you get a whole bunch of points to put into your special. Well, while that's nice and everything, and I like the special, I also like the hardcore part of 76's style of it, where you start with nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't have any perks, you don't have any skills whatsoever. You start with 1. I like the idea of that. Now, the game's not hard, but if they made it hard, definitely watch the Miniature Nerd, What Went Wrong with Fallout 76 and How to Fix It. If we had a world like his Fallout 76, starting with 1 perk would be awesome. Let's remove a dud. Alright, clans. Likeness 0, so nothing can have any of those letters in it. Getting back used to being able to hack terminals again. So, clans could be sends. Likeness 1, okay. There we go. Could it be stakes? No, could not be stake. Picks? No. Oh, why did I pick sends? It couldn't have been sends. It ends with an S. So nothing can end with an S. So no fries, no rests, no warns. Alone. Let's see. No, the N is not the third letter. Trite. Could not be. Waves? No. Ends with an S. Jacob? No. Adept? Nope. So it has to be either sneak or steal. Oh. Sneak, likeness 1. Cannot be steal. Okay. So I think it starts with an S, can't end with an S. It can't have END or LAN. Can't start with a C either. Typed. It's not END, but it doesn't start with an S. Rocky. Story, possibly. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Only a tiny amount of XP, and we're not actually going to read the logs, but trying to refamiliarize myself with the hacking mechanics. But anyways, that's going to pretty much wrap it up once we step out of the vault.
Goodbye. Aloha. Ciao.
Hasta luego. Okay. Oh, it's still got some of my pictures from my old Fallout playthroughs. Or my old Fallout 76 playthroughs. Which is nice. That, you can't see it very well, but that is my rendition of Kellogg. If you take the helmet off, he looks identical to Kellogg. That was actually the first character I made. And I was playing through the game, you know, real slow, trying to take things real slow. And then Charles hopped in, and we ended up, like, running through the game. And I didn't explore hardly anything. It was just kind of oh, let's go do this battle. Alright, I'm in. Run to the bottom of the map, skipping every single thing in the game. Which, my favorite part of Fallout is exploring. Alright, Reclamation Day has begun. Or no, has ended. And it is low rendering city. But anyways, thanks for watching. And come back for the next one to see as we continue on in this series. Like I said, eventually we're going to set up business and everything. Not sure entirely where we're going to set it up. Obviously we're going to set up a camp at first. Oh, give me a Pip-Boy, but I already had a Pip-Boy. Okay. But obviously we're going to set up a camp early on just to get things started. And then once we are a little bit better economically, then we'll set up a actual shop. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.